How are you feeling? I am Zero the Third, the king of this kingdom!
I'm plenty friendly.
Hold on a minute! That is the truth.
Who am I? How can I forget?
How do I kick it
What
off?
makes you so sure?
Hello.
Testing the audio. Making sure my mic is working. Okay. So, everything decided to work today. I started a little bit early because, you know, last week I had such huge technical problems that we ended up starting like 20 minutes late, but today seems like everything's working alright. So, yeah. I guess we can do a, last time on Nonary Game Z. So, last time in this game, we're playing Virtue's Last Reward now, and, last time we after being taken from our car, we woke up in a strange facility. We had to solve puzzles to kind of get out, and there are 8 other people with us. Pretty sure it's 9 total. People, including myself. I am Sigma, kind of the hulky looking guy in the middle bottom there, and we all woke up in this place, and we have to solve puzzles in order to try to escape, and after we solve a puzzle, we have to vote in what's called the Ambidex game. And so we go into our voting booths, and we have to decide whether we're going to ally or betray our partner. And it's the prisoner's dilemma, basically. So if both people pick ally, then they both get 2 points. They call them bracelet points, because we have these bracelets that have the points on them. If one person picks ally and the other picks betray, the person who picked betray gets 3 points, and the person who picked ally gets -2. And then if both pick betray, there's no difference in points. Everything stays the same. So it's the prisoner's dilemma, because if everybody picked ally, you know, it'd be great, because we could all try to get out of here, because we have to have 9 bracelet points in order to be able to open and leave out of the number 9 door. But if our bracelet points reach 0, then we die. That's what our game master just laid on us. So we betrayed Alice because we're monsters. I thought that she was gonna betray us, but she picked ally, so we got +3 points, and Alice is pissed and is now down to like 1 point and is in danger of dying next round. So that's pretty sad and unfortunate. Trying to think, is there anything else that's like relevant information? Basically, the way the game works is there are visual novel sections that talk about the plot, and then there's puzzle rooms that have to be solved. And those are called escape sections. So, yeah, still got 2 minutes to burn. I didn't think it would work this fast. We could also watch the little opening sequence. Let's go to Virtue's Last Reward. I'm trying to think if I missed anything else. Why do people betray each other? If you can't trust anyone, then everyone should die! Welcome to my kingdom! So that's me. Oh, also interesting is that Vi, who is the girl with the white hair, she's known a lot of stuff that she shouldn't know. But, you know, that would kind of make you think that maybe she's conspiring with the game maker, but I think what's actually happening is that similar to the previous game, which was 999, I think she's accessing the morphogenetic field, and getting information that way, but doesn't realize she's doing it. So basically it's like a kind of psychicness or telepathy. Yeah, so these are all the people. That's the number 9 door that we need to escape out of. What's it going to be? Will you choose to ally or to betray? Alright, it's 7 o'clock, so let's get started. We're gonna load up our save data in a second. Once it gives me the menu, I'm gonna say continue. I'm going to resume from this save.
Perfect timing.
You were in the crew quarters before, weren't you?
Yeah, I was. Vi, Alice, and I went through all the rooms.
Did you find anything suspicious?
Like a secret door or something?
If I had, you really think I wouldn't have told you?
Anything else out of the ordinary, perhaps?
Or moreover, if I did find it and hadn't told you, why would I tell you now? Out of the ordinary?
What's this book?
Oh, that's a book, a Meowth cat.
A Meowth?
Oh, sorry. It's just this thing that's happened to me ever since I was a kid. Whenever I start talking about cats, I start talking like one. It doesn't really mean anything, though.
Oh, okay.
That's weird. So what's the cat book about?
Well, there's this quantum physics thought experiment called Schrodinger's cat. This book talks about it.
Oh, yes, I've heard about that. A cat is put in a box with a device that has a random chance to release a poison which will kill the cat. That means the cat is both alive and dead until someone opens the box. Something like that, right?
Miyobi?
What?
I don't really know anything about it. I'm just telling you what Vi told me.
So it probably isn't gonna give us any hints then.
Oh jeez, the cat
Orc?
puns.
You're doing it too.
Oops.
Well, what about you guys?
What do you mean?
You checked out the lounge with Clover and Tenmyoji, and Quark was in the infirmary with Dio and Luna. Anything suspicious there?
Well, this whole facility is pretty suspicious, but I suppose that's not what you meant. Well, the puzzles in the lounge were lunar eclipse themed.
Lunar eclipse?
Yes. Apparently, there's supposed to be a lunar eclipse on December 31st, 2028. All the puzzles were related to that somehow.
Isn't that this New Year's Eve?
I suppose it is. Well, I can't say I know what year, or even what day it is, but...
So, I was kidnapped on December 25th, 2028. It was Christmas Day 2028, so that's why I'm saying, oh, isn't that this New Year's Eve?
Clover was saying something to that effect.
31st, huh? I've been knocked out at dawn on the 25th, so the 31st would be 6 days after that. Lunar eclipse. Lunar eclipse. What did it have to do with any of this? Try as I might, I couldn't think of any way an eclipse could be connected to our abductions.
What about the infirmary, Quark? Did you find anything there?
Yeah, we did find something. Just one thing though.
What was it?
Dio and Luna didn't tell you?
No.
Okay, I got it right here. Just a second.
Quark reached into his pocket and pulled out what appeared to be a newspaper clipping. My throat began to tighten as I read it. Radical 6 infection spreads. Cure continues to elude authorities. The Radical 6 virus continues to spread across the globe like wildfire. The WHO has confirmed that the death toll is estimated to have passed 100,000 victims. Immediate quarantine of any infected patients is strongly advised. Is this for real?
It seems a little hard to believe.
If it really is some kind of pandemic, though, that sounds like a pretty big deal.
Yes, it does.
There hasn't been anything on the news, though. This is the first time I've even heard of the term Radical 6.
If it is true, then I worry about what might be happening to the world outside.
Maybe we're all quarantined?
Is there a pandemic raging on the other side of these walls?
Well, I don't think there's any reason for us to get all worried about
No,
it.
that wouldn't make sense because we have the option to escape, so...
We should just hurry up and try to find out how to get out of here.
Yeah.
Quark has a point. If we want to know what's going on outside, the fastest way to find out is by going outside.
Yeah, you're right.
Good! Mr. K and I will keep searching the cabins then. What are you gonna do?
I guess I'll go somewhere else.
Okay.
Then we will see you later.
Later. I stepped out of the cabin we'd been in and headed toward the small hallway. Now, where to next? The lounge next. This is the map of the place. Lounge.
Oh, hey, Sigma. Can I get you a seat?
Are you some kind of waitress?
What do you want?
What do you mean, what do I want? I just came here to check up on you guys. So, this is the lounge, huh? A bar, a sofa, and 3 ladies. I feel like I'm in the VIP room.
Can I get you a drink?
You better not be underage.
I turned 21 just the other day.
I see. Well, I guess we could probably have a drink or two then. Unfortunately, as much fun as that sounds like, I don't think it's a very good idea.
Why not?
This isn't really a good time to be getting wasted.
Really? It seems like this sort of thing is exactly what makes people want to drink in the first place.
You've got a point.
Sigma?
I'm just kidding. Besides, I've got a headache. Drinking is probably not the best plan.
It hasn't gone away yet?
Well, it was fine for a while, but now I guess the bastard's back.
Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm sure if I just leave it alone, it'll go away in a bit. That's how it went away before, anyway. Has this been happening to anyone else?
What? The headaches?
Uh-huh. Hi, Duncan.
Now that you mention it, yeah, I did get one a bit ago. I feel fine now, though.
What about you, Luna?
You know, I think I did have a bit of a headache earlier. Not me. No headaches here. Well...
So small. Yeah, well, the PS4 just has the little camera in the side. I'm also getting warm. Well, what?
It's hard to explain. I just feel kind of weird. Your head feels weird? No. My body feels weird. Like my whole body.
Do you feel kind of numb? Thank you. I think I've got the same thing. It's kind of like, like when you fall asleep on top of one of your arms. And then when you wake up, that arm kind of feels like it's not really yours anymore.
it's kind of like that, but...
Oh, if that's what you're talking about, then yeah, I know what you mean.
Really?
It's kind of like my body isn't really mine. I'm sort of floating. Like that?
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe it's because of the anesthetic gas.
The what now?
It might have looked like white smoke. The stuff they used when they abducted you.
Oh yeah, right.
It seems like we were unconscious for a long time, so it must have been pretty powerful stuff.
You think this might be some kind of side effect?
Well, it could be a side effect, or it could be that it just hasn't worn off completely yet.
Whatever. That's not important. Right now we need to figure out how to get out of here.
Alright, I'll go have a look somewhere else then. You guys going to stick around here?
Yeah. Haven't really taken a good look at everything yet.
Okay. Catch you later then. I waved goodbye and headed toward the exit. Where to next? There was only one other place I hadn't gone. Gotta go to the infirmary. See, I should be looking for clues on how to solve these rooms later. So, this is awkward. This isn't for infirmary, huh?
Ugh. What are you doing here?
Still mad, huh?
Obviously.
Oh, come on now, you don't have to get your panties in a bunch.
That's easy for you to say, Dio. You're sitting pretty at 5 BP. Timioji and I only have 1. You do understand what that means, don't you?
That's no reason to take your anger out on people. You won't get your BP back by being a jerk to him.
What's this? You're gonna take his side? I thought you, of all people, would agree with me.
I do.
No, you don't. You don't get it. Why would you care? You've got, what, maybe 5 years left, maybe less? I'm not like you. I'm still young. I want to live a long life.
Seems like only hot young women get abducted, right?
There's so many things I still want to do.
Like what?
Well, let's see. I want to wear lots of gorgeous clothes. I want to eat tons of delicious food and fall in love.
What an idiot.
Excuse me?
And I was going to take your side, but after that load of horse shit, you're on your own.
Look,
Savage.
let me try
Tenryoji.
this again. I'm frustrated. But there really is something important I have to do.
Which is?
Avenge my father's murder.
Oh.
That's what I have to do.
What happened to him? Could you elaborate on that?
No, I couldn't.
No backstory? All
This isn't the
right.
kind of thing I should be telling people I don't even know.
Fine. Just tell me one thing. Does your father's murder have anything to do with us being trapped here?
I have no idea. As to why you're here, your guess is as good as mine. But it's possible
Yeah, it's
that
all
his
pretty
death
much
is
attractive
connected
people.
to my abduction.
Meaning?
I was on their trail.
I mean, assuming that this is Japan, there probably aren't as many fat people as you might find in the US.
I was tracking down the people who killed him.
How close were you?
I can't say, but it's possible that I was getting close enough that they decided something had to be done with me.
Are you a detective?
Well, I wouldn't really say I'm a detective.
Like a spy,
Not a bad guess.
maybe?
Why are you guys looking at me like that?
Well, I mean, you don't really have the detective look.
I didn't say I was a detective.
Then what are you? CIA?
No,
Fine. Well, whatever you are. You don't look like one.
that's fine. In my line of work, the less I look like what I am, the better.
She's a spy.
Better I keep them guessing.
Hey, what's the deal with you and Clover?
What's she got to do with anything?
Well, you know each other, right? I was thinking maybe you were related or worked together or something.
No, she has nothing to do with my work. She's just a friend that I met somewhere.
Where's somewhere?
In the middle of a desert.
A desert?
Yes, but that's an awfully long story.
That's funny. So that was her that got picked up in the end of 999.
Wait, hold on. Why am I the only person getting the 3rd degree? That doesn't seem fair to me. How about you guys give up a little personal information, too? We'll start with you, Tenmyoji. Who are you?
Just a garbage collector.
Any ties to Zero?
None.
What's your relationship with Quark? You two know each other, right?
Do I have to answer that?
Well, if you really don't want to, it's not like I can force you.
No. And I apologize, but I don't have anything to say about that subject. I mean, it's not like you told us everything either.
I see. Very well, then. Dio, it's your turn. What's your profession?
Well, you're probably gonna think I'm full of shit, but I'm a circus ringleader.
A ringleader?
You're kidding.
I mean, he is dressed like one.
Nope. I'm the real deal. I lead a company of about 50 people. We travel all over the world. It was my grandfather's grandfather who founded it, but my father died at a young age. I'm a 5th-generation ringleader. My old man was a trapeze artist. He tried to do this quadruple flip and missed. Well, I guess he wasn't really young. He was about 40. Still, he was pretty reckless for a guy that age.
I was really excited to see the Smash Direct. I feel like they covered a lot of stuff that I wasn't super interested in, and then just gave us a tease at the story mode, which I was interested in. But, that's okay.
Always talking about how he couldn't let the kids show him up. Guess he just took it too far.
I see. You lost your father too, then?
Yeah. Shit. Guess I got a little sappy there. Anyway, point is, I don't have any damn idea how I'm connected to Zero. I got grabbed on the last night of one of our tour stops. I'd gone out to a couple bars and gotten shit-faced. On my way back to the caravan, this black van pulls up. Somebody grabs me and throws me inside. Before I can even get a look at them, they hit me with that gas and I'm out like a light. Next thing I know, I'm waking up in the AB room. Anyway, enough about me. You still haven't heard your story, Sigma. Who are you?
I told you guys the first time we met. Don't you remember? I was on my way home from school, and when I got into my car, this white gas started pouring out of everywhere.
Are you some kind of doctor?
Huh? No, I'm still working on my degree. I'm shooting for a PhD, but I'm not quite there yet.
I guess you've been working on that for quite a while, huh?
Yeah, I guess I have.
Can you think of anything that might connect you to any of this?
Believe me, I've thought about it, but I just keep drawing a blank.
What about Zero?
Do any of the people here look familiar to you?
Nope. You're all strangers. Well, I guess I can't really say for sure about Kay, since I haven't seen his face. I suppose it's possible he's someone I know.
Just who is he, anyway?
Until that amnesia clears up, I don't think we've got any way of knowing.
Oh, come on. You know he's full of shit.
You still don't believe him?
Of course not.
Okay, well, Kay is a bit of a mystery, but what about some of the others? Clover, for instance. What does she do?
I think she's a student. At night, she's a waitress or a bartender or something.
What about Quark? Well, I guess he probably doesn't really have a job, huh? He's still in elementary school, right? Why is that funny?
It's nothing. Just forget about it. Yeah, you're right. Boy his age would be in elementary school.
You really don't know much, do you? About Quark, I mean.
If it makes you feel better, sure.
Well, I know a little about Luna.
There's people are saying weird things, but I don't know what it means.
I got her talking when we were in the infirmary. She says she's got some sort of medical license or something.
She's a nurse?
It could mean she's a doctor.
I don't know, she didn't say. Just going by how she looks, though, I'd guess nurse.
Sexist.
That leaves us with Phi. She's the most mysterious to me. What does a girl like that do?
You've been around her the most, Sigma. She told you anything?
Look, I just don't know, alright? It's just kind of there. Like, I looked at you, and some part of my brain just said, that's Sigma.
No, nothing in particular. I'm
Sure?
detecting the weirdness. Yeah, she's a real mystery, all right. I honestly know about as much as you do. So basically nothing. I hadn't really realized it until I said it. I'd spent hours with Phi, and yet I knew nothing about her except her name, and I only had her word that even that was the truth. Who was she, really? The more I thought about it, the more suspicious she seemed. A fake detective, a waitress, a garbage collector, an elementary school kid, a nurse, and a circus ringleader. Plus 2 total mysteries. What do we all have in common? I don't think Zero would just grab a bunch of people randomly. The first time it wasn't random either. 999.
There you are! You have to come with me!
What's wrong?
We found something really bad in the crew quarters!
Something?
Bad.
Just hurry! It'll make sense when you see it!
Yeah. It is indeed. Quark was first into the room, followed quickly by me, Alice, Tenmyoji, and Dio. He said nothing, just pointed under the bed. The 4 of us crouched down and followed his finger. There it was. Oh, it's a bomb! What the hell is this?
A bomb! At least that's what Mr. K said.
Bomb? No way!
So, thank you,
this was
Sigma.
my vision. So
Goodbye.
maybe it was a premonition. Of course. It was the same bomb I had seen in my vision. Then it hadn't been a hallucination. Had it actually been a premonition?
We need to get everybody else in here now.
No, it's okay. Mr. K's already getting them. They should be here really soon.
See? Where is it? You said there was a bomb.
Quark had barely closed his mouth when the rest of our fellow captives exploded into the room. Kay gently shouldered them aside and pointed to the bomb.
There it is. You see?
Ha! Thanks. For several long moments, we just stared in silence. Slowly, we began to eye one another. Old suspicions suddenly reawakened. It was Phi who finally broke the silence.
Doesn't look like it has a timed detonator. There must be a remote somewhere.
You're right. It'll probably use an active button or a switch of some sort, not a dead man switch. If we can get it, we should be safe as long as we don't press the button.
Who was the first person to find this?
It was me. I found it while Quark and I were investigating this area. We split up to collect the rest of you.
How did you know it was a bomb?
I have seen it before.
When?
I'm not sure.
Because of the amnesia?
Yes.
Are you kidding me? We don't even know if it's a real bomb. Are you gonna tell me you believe that guy who can't remember his own fucking name knows a bomb when he sees it?
No. Kay is right. That's a bomb. I'm sure of it.
How do you know?
I just do, okay?
You sounded pretty sure about the switch, too. How do you know all this?
Let's just say it's an occupational hazard.
She's like a spy or
What
something.
kind of occupation do you have?
I can't tell you that.
Spare me the bullshit.
Read books to me. Soothing tones relax me.
This isn't time for keeping secrets.
I'll keep reading
Please,
Sigma's part.
just trust me. Look, I know I'm repeating myself, but I'm sure that's a bomb. And it's not just any kind of bomb. It's an antimatter bomb.
Antimatter?
What?
Wait, you mean a bomb that uses annihilation energy?
Oh, you know what that is? Anyway, yes, you're right.
What's Annie-Hill Nation?
I would have thought you'd know.
Huh? Why?
Well, your name is Quark. You do know what that means, right?
Yeah? Grandpa told me about it. He said it's an elementary particle, one of the smallest bits of matter, but I don't really know anything else.
I see. Can you explain it to him, Tenmyoji?
Me?
Well, you know him best. I thought you could explain it best.
Let me think. I don't know. It's hard to think of a way to explain it in simple terms.
You want me to do it?
Yes, please.
I had actually considered reading like classic literature on stream. I had seen another streamer doing it, and I thought it was pretty cool. Fi nodded and turned to Quark.
Okay. To begin with, we usually refer to bits of matter as particles, but there are also these things called antiparticles.
Yeah.
For example, an electron is a particle with a negative charge. It has a sort of opposite, which is the antiparticle called the positron. It has a positive charge instead of a negative one, like the electron. So, protons have antiprotons, and neutrons have antineutrons. Antimatter is a general term that covers all the antiparticles. The thing that's interesting about antimatter is that because it's the opposite of normal matter, when they collide, they both sort of cancel each other out. When they cancel each other out, though, it releases a whole bunch of energy. That process is called annihilation. So, an antimatter bomb is a bomb that uses annihilation energy.
Man, a super story. Tale as old as time.
Sorry. I don't really get it.
Oh. Alright, how about this? You've got men and women, right? They're kind of like complete opposites. What happens when you put them together? Well, if there were, quantum men and women, then when you put them together, they'd disappear. Because their opposite elements cancel each other out. Like when a plus cancels out a minus, you get 0. That's annihilation. But when you get annihilation, you also get...
I know! A baby!
Exactly. In this case, the baby you get is the energy from the annihilation. It's not a real baby, of course, but like a baby, it's got all sorts of potential to do amazing things.
That's kind of a strange explanation.
You followed it, though, right?
Yeah!
Yeah, but that
Then
thing
it
under the
worked.
bed isn't going to be making a baby. Just how big of a... just how big of an explosion are we gonna get here?
It's pretty simple, actually. Just the mass loss during annihilation will be converted to energy, so...
So you would take the total mass of matter and antimatter and multiply it by the speed of light squared. That should get you the amount of energy.
For example, let's say that it has 350 milligrams of antimatter. That would mean there would also be 350 milligrams of matter, right?
I absolutely love how nerdy these games
So
are.
you'd have 700 milligrams total.
Yes. That means annihilation would produce roughly 63 trillion joules.
They talk too much. 63 trillion joules?
That's about as much energy as the Hiroshima bomb.
What the... You've got to be kidding me. There's only 350 milligrams of stuff in there.
Well, technically it's 700 milligrams since you have the matter and the antimatter.
That's not the point. We're talking about something that weighs less than a gram, being equal to a bomb that weighed like 10,000 pounds.
Don't get so excited. I think I know what kind of bomb this is. It's probably using antihydrogen. There should only be about 25 micrograms of material in there.
That's less than 1,000th of a gram. So you'd only get about 45 billion joules of energy, right?
What does that mean?
About as much explosive power as 1 ton of TNT.
A ton?
Yes. Well, approximately.
And how exactly should I not worry about that? That's enough to blow up a 10-story building!
True. But it's a lot less powerful than an atomic bomb. We don't know how big this place is. If we can get far enough away from the bomb, we might have a chance of survival.
Perhaps.
Or if we can leave out the door.
How do we know this is the only bomb?
That's a good point.
What do you mean?
Look at it carefully.
Doesn't it have a 3 on it?
It's got a number 3. Do you see it?
Like it's the 3rd bomb?
If the bombs are numbered,
Just when we're... Can that even be called a bra? I feel like it's just a necklace
yes.
covering parts conveniently.
There's no way to know if this is the final bomb either.
At least Lotus in the previous game was wearing
or
a bra.
5th, or...
Anyway, we can't just sit here and do nothing. We should move it.
Dio stepped forward and reached for the bomb.
No! Don't touch it!
Alice grabbed Dio by the wrist and jerked him away from the bed.
What the hell do you think you're doing? Have you got a death wish or something? This bomb is here because somebody planted it. Do you really think they didn't rig it to go off if some idiot tried to move it?
Then what the fuck are we supposed to do?
We'll just have to leave it be for now, until we can find the detonator or figure out how to turn it off.
And you're telling us we should just prance off and ignore the incredibly deadly bomb that is probably gonna kill us all?
Yes.
There's not much else we can do.
Do you know how to turn it off?
Well, there is a way.
Then spill the beans, lady. How do we turn the damn thing off?
There should be an emergency deactivation password. If you enter that password, the device should, well, deactivate.
So we just need to get this password.
Yes, that's right.
But there's no keyboard or anything on the bomb.
Look again. You see it? Right here. There's a port. If we can find the password input device, we just connect it here. Then we can enter the password.
Who would do something like this?
I have no idea. But we can figure out when they did it.
Oh, yeah?
When you and I searched this room, we didn't find anything, right? So that means the bomb must have been planted after we'd left.
After we left, huh? But when we went and checked the chromatic doors, we were all there. And after that, we've all been around other people. There's no way anyone could have snuck off to plant it.
I don't know about that. After we finished the AB game, we all split up. But if someone planted it right before then...
What do you mean?
Oh, yeah. You don't know, do you? Before we went off to the 3 rooms, we searched the hallway.
Ah, no. Not comfortable with that level of cosplay.
Everybody was all split up.
Huh. Yeah. Anyone could have come by here then. It would have been easy to sneak away.
You know, I don't remember seeing you around, Sigma. What were you doing?
Huh. Well, I was just kind of deep in thought, I guess. I stayed behind in the warehouse when you guys went off. He's telling the truth. He was just kind of feeling sorry for himself. But that sounds super suspicious. Indeed. Hey, why are you guys giving me that look? You don't think I planted it, do you?
I never said that.
Not out loud, you didn't. You gotta be kidding me. I don't know anything about this bomb.
Really? Are you sure? Back when we were in the AB room, you said you saw the moment when the bomb exploded.
Bye! That was, just a... I could hardly say premonition. If they didn't think it was the worst lie on the planet, they'd think I was insane. Wait. Oh, thank you. This doesn't make any sense. According to Tenmyoji, any one of us could have been in here. Why am I the only one who's under suspicion? Also, there's no way to know the culprit here is actually one of us. Maybe there's someone else in here and they set up the...
Impossible.
Why?
There's no way that would get past Zero. And there's no way Zero would let anybody do something that would get in the way of the gang going forward. What?
When you say Zero, you mean the AI, right?
Of course.
This is confusing. From now on, let's refer to the real Zero, the one behind all of this, as Zero Senior, which would, of course, make the AI Zero Junior.
Okay. Fine with me. Anyway, whichever one it is, they're not going to let a 10th person in. There's no way.
But what if the 10th person is Zero Senior?
I don't think it could be.
Why not?
Well, Zero Junior said so. He said that the real Zero was one of us.
Phi and Clover were right. There couldn't be a 10th guest. And Zero Senior was, without a doubt, one of us. But see, in 999, we thought we were alone too, and then at the end of the game, it turns out there were a couple more people. Zero was still one of the original 9, though. But if that was the case, then could Zero Senior have planted the bomb? If not, then who had? Alice? Theo? Luna? Kay? Clover? Tenmyoji? Phi? Or... It seemed insane, but could it have been Quark? No. Why would Zero Senior have gone to all the trouble of setting a bomb? To make this game more exciting? To make it seem more dangerous? No, it didn't fit at all. But if that was the case, then the person who planted the bomb was someone other than Zero Senior.
Oh no! This is bad!
What is it?
Press the buttons on your bracelet.
Oh, we have to get to the other doors. Is this for real?
We've only got 4 minutes until the chromatic doors open!
Let's go then.
You're right. This bomb thing is gonna have to wait until later.
All right, come on, everybody. That 2 hours went by really quickly. Cool. Might try that sometime. That's a new series. All right, the chromatic doors are opening.
Chromatic doors have opened. 5 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
Hey, the doors are open.
We need to figure out who's gonna go through which door.
Well, what are our options this time?
Pay attention. I'm only saying this once. Just like the last time, we've got 3 possible combinations.
Phi quickly laid out our choices. Option A, Luna and I, the yellow pair, pair up with Clover, Cyan, and go through the green door. Tenmyoji and Dio, Magenta, pair up with Alice, yellow, and go through the red door. Kay and Quark, Cyan, pair up with Phi, Magenta, and go through the blue door. Option B, Luna and I, yellow, pair up with Phi, Magenta, and go through the red door. Tenmyoji and Dio, Magenta, pair up with Clover, Cyan, and go through the blue door. Kay and Quark, Cyan, pair up with Alice, yellow, and go through the green door. You're confused? So we have to have, our bracelets have colors on them, and our colors have to match the door, essentially. So they're just laying out the options for who can go through which door. Luna and I, yellow, pair up with Alice, yellow, and go through the blue door. Tenmyoji and Dio, magenta, pair up with Vi, magenta, and open the green door. Kay and Quark, cyan, pair up with Clover, cyan, and open the red door.
3 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
Basically, what I'm going to be doing right now is picking my next puzzle room.
Well, you decided the first time, right?
Yeah.
Then can I decide this time?
Why you?
I think I deserve it. I only have 1 BP left. Doesn't it seem like the fair thing is to let the person who's at the greatest disadvantage choose?
Yes, because they will be picking who they are voting with.
Wouldn't you agree?
That means you should get to choose too. I mean, you've only got 1 BP, right?
You've got a point. But how about we listen to what Alice wants first? So tell us, which door and which people do you want?
The green door. And I want to go with Kay and Quark.
I see. Option B, then. That means Tenmyoji and Dio will go with Clover through the blue door. Is that all right with you, Tenmyoji?
Yeah, sure. I don't mind.
Why?
We voted against you last
If we
time.
go through there together, that means you'll be playing against me in the next AB game. Are you really, really sure?
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Matter of fact, that's why I want to go with you. You said you didn't trust me, right? Well, I'd like to change your mind. I figure this will give me the chance. I've been wanting to pair up with Alice, too. There's something I want to talk to you about.
Oh, and that is?
We'll get to that later.
Anyway, Alice's first choice would be option B, then?
Yes.
What about the rest of you? Is that okay, too?
I thought about it for a moment. If I went with option B, then Luna and I would go through the red door with Vi. I'm cool with that. As far as how I felt about that, yeah. Yeah, that's fine.
I don't have any problems with it.
There were no objections.
Then we're all set. Let's go, everybody.
10 seconds remain until chromatic doors close. 9, 8, 7.
We nodded quickly to one another and split up. Kay, Quark, and Alice headed for the green door, while Tenmyoji, Dio, and Clover ran toward the blue one. My feet flapped against the hard metal of the warehouse floor, and Luna, Vi, and I ran to the red chromatic door, and the next stage of the non-ring game.
2, 1, 0. Chromatic doors closing.
Oh, now we're on floor B. Before we on floor A. Huh? Is this a dead end?
All 3 doors seem to be locked.
Yeah, looks like it.
I wonder what this thing is.
It looks like the thing next to the number 9 door.
It's got a lever. Try pulling it, Sigma.
Why should
It
I?
might be dangerous. Maybe it'll trigger an explosion. Or possibly it shocks you when you pull it. Who knows?
Right. Then I have no choice. Did you really think I'd say that, you heartless monster? There's nothing on either side, is there?
What's that supposed to mean?
Sorry for the confusion. I was talking about your breasts.
It's called dressing modestly. I'll have you know I'm a C-cup.
If you're C-cup, I'm packing 12 inches. We continued in that vein for some time, until... Did Luna just pull it for us?
What?
Yeah,
It sounded like you two might take a while, so I pulled the lever. Is that okay?
She's adorable.
Only the one on the left opened.
The others are still shut tight.
Well, we should get going
Oscar-worthy
anyway.
dialogue, right?
Yeah.
Insulting each other for breast size and penis size? That sounds about right. What is this place?
It looks like some kind of control room.
I can see a huge machine of some sort on the other side of this window. Maybe a generator?
Right. Well, let's split up and look
We
around.
need cards with the moon on them for the next AP game, right?
Yeah. They're probably in this room somewhere.
And let's get started.
It's time for us to seek a way out. Alright, let's get into this gameplay here. Look at stuff. Looks like it's the control panel. It's covered with screens and buttons and so on. Ooh, a warning. I guess I can't look at it though. More warning? Okay. Ooh, a laptop. Test clipboard. There's a piece of paper on that clipboard. It says, right? It says test. Each letter's written in a different color. The T is green and the E is blue. S is yellow and second T is pink. They all look like they've been written with a highlighter. Interesting. This has a T on it. It's the letter T. Did you see that thing plugged inside a laptop? Yeah, it looks like a memory stick. See if I can grab it. Huh. 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 Well, it took 3 tries. I don't think this is a memory card. What? Unless I missed my guess, it's actually a portable scanner. See? There's a thin slit on the end. Just wave that part over any images or text you want to scan. Then you can just plug it back into the laptop. And look at whatever you scanned. Neat. Alright, I put the paper in the clipboard, then I scanned letters on it, but maybe try plugging the scanner back into the laptop. Oh. I think you might be able to see what you scanned that way. What am I going to do then? Well, I don't really know. Huh? The screen changed. Do you think it's because you pulled that thing out? Oh hey, the screen's blue now. This is... What? Really? This is the secret code already. Looks like a password. Think this is for the panel on the safe? I assume so. Okay, so the secret was really easy to find that time. Where's the safe at? Alright, so let's see. It was sun, oops, moon, I'm pretty sure. Wow. Okay. Piece of cake. Indeed. We got our secret file. One step closer to our achievement, but now let's actually solve the puzzle room. Okay. Back out. Do you think this picture was taken with the laptop camera? There are 2 bundles of folded cardboard boxes, just like the ones behind us. Look at the space between the boxes on the left and the wall. Is there something there? Yeah, there is. Let's go take a look. Alright. Cardboard box filled with complicated machinery. Use it. I don't all wrapped in PP bands. PP bands? Rope made of polypropylene. Okay. This was the one that had stuff, I think. These are the boxes we saw on the laptop screen. Let's try moving them. Aha! It's a numbers clipboard. Piece of paper has 4 rows of 4-digit numbers. The color of each digit seems to be random. Green, blue, yellow, pink. They all look like highlighter colors. Highlighters, you say? Let's go back to the laptop. Look at the screen. Huh, it changed. Huh? That's weird. This is the paper with the numbers on it, right? It's only showing 4 digits, though. Well, if we read them in the direction of the arrow, then we've got 7213. Okay. I guess we'll keep looking around. Puzzles and novel is what this game is. Okay. This looks like a thing. Like a compass. It is. A compass. One legend has a needle, the other leg... Or one leg has a needle, the other has a pencil. Do you think we're supposed to use this for something? Well, usually you use a compass to draw circles. Where should we draw a circle, though? On a piece of paper, I would assume? How big of a circle? I don't know. If we had an angle to set the compass to, that might help. Cannot combine these items. Alright. Oh, this might be an angle. A protractor. Haven't seen one of these in a while. You remember what they are for, right? You use them to figure out angles. There's a red line 30 degrees away from the 90-degree mark. What's it mean? Maybe it's telling you to set some angle to 30 degrees. I'm gonna combine the protractor with the compass. And then... Okay. Okay. I guess I need to find different stuff. Alright, I guess now I need to figure out where I'm supposed to draw a circle. Maybe there's something with a mark that shows us where the center should be. Alright, well, I guess we'll keep looking. Keep looking around. These look promising. Let's see here. Can't understand any of this. Is it some kind of code? None of these have anything useful. So much for that. Cardboard boxes, machinery inside, but we don't know what's for. I think we keep looking around. A blue clock. It says 510 minutes on the face. That's a long time. Okay. I don't think I'm ready for that. What is this? That's a tall screen. I don't think it's turned on. Maybe it can't get power for some reason. Dude, Magic's a math game too. What's this thing? It's huge. I would guess it's used to analyze things. It looks like it's missing a part though. Okay. Oh, 7213. Maybe that opens one of those lockers. 7213. 7, 2, 1. Ooh, how do I get 1? 1, 3. Aha! Well, it gets subtracted every time you get the card shop. Unlocked. Good work. Now open it up. Cheap part. It's pretty big. Maybe you're supposed to wear it like a crown. Why the hell would I need to do that? Well, it could be part of a machine. If it is, you probably need to attach it to something. Like this machine? That you said was missing a part? Here we go. Now what? This doesn't feel right. I think we're missing something. Okay, so we need something else. Dude, what is this? Off, on. Thank you. It's a small hole, looks like it was made with a needle. Do you think this is where it goes? Oh! The compass! Thank you for that hint, Luna. This sheet has on and off written a bunch of times. There's a tiny hole in the middle. It looks like it was made with a needle, so I just put the compass needle in here. Interesting. So you use the compass to make a circle. And now the circle touches specific words. Maybe those words are a clue. Yeah, off, on, off, on. Off. Well, I don't know from what angle I need to start, though, is the problem. 1, 2... It has 6. This has more than 6 things, so... I don't know, maybe it's not a clue to that. Oh, the clocks are for this. 510. And this says 11,400. I've already forgotten. Hold up. 510. Oh! Maybe convert it to hours? Break out a calculator here. Divided by 60 is 8.5. And then what's the other thing? Seconds. That's a decimal. It's 190 minutes. I don't know, man. That's a tough one. Might have to move on. I don't know if there's any other clues, though, is the problem. already used. Oh, HM, hours and minutes. Okay, so let's convert them to minutes. So, all right, I know what to do now. I just have to actually do it. So 190 minutes. Is, I think, a sixth. So I think it would be 3 hours and 10 minutes, maybe. Another thing I could do is say what 3 hours is, which is 180, and then yeah. So it'd be 3 hours and 10 minutes. 3 hours and 10 minutes is the first one. I'm just gonna write that down so I don't forget. Okay, and then here is this one, 510 minutes. Which I think I said was 8.5 hours, but let me just double check. 10, yeah, 8.5 hours. So 8 hours, 30 minutes. 8 hours, 30 minutes. And now I just have to figure out how to enter it. I don't know which one was which color. Okay. It's the blue one first. 8 hours and 30 minutes first. So 8 hours, 30 minutes. Go ahead and assume that's that, and then 3 hours and 10 minutes. 3 hours, 10 minutes. We're in there. It unlocked. See if you can open it. Woo! Rainbow tree root. Oh, those are some intense colors. What is that thing? I never said there would be math today. I said it was this game, though. I think it looks like that naturally. They probably painted it. It's pretty ugly. I agree. So what am I supposed to do with it? I'm sure I make a delightful souvenir, but I don't think I make it past customs. Maybe you're supposed to put it somewhere? Like, well, on the machine, perhaps. Makes sense to me. I think I can put that rainbow colored tree right here. Cool. Perfect. Now that we attach the missing part, it should work. Wait, something's not right. I pressed the power button, but nothing's happening. Maybe it doesn't have enough power. It's always something. So it's whatever this thing is over here. tubes. Look at the black and yellow lever. It says power under it. Do you think this tubing has electrical cables in it or something? Yeah, what would that accomplish? I don't know. Well, I'm guessing the power lever is the source. Might as well give it a... Wait. Don't get ahead of yourself. Look at the 320. Oh. The lever's missing. Oh! Without a replacement lever, I don't think we'll be able to do anything. Okay, so we gotta find that first. Let's go look at our raptor stuff. I don't have an item, right? No, I just have these. They don't help. Nothing here helpful. Oh, wait. This is what it was referring to. Okay. Hold on. Let me go back and look at the thing. Oh my god, why is it across the room though? Okay. So let's just say clockwise. On, off, on, off, off, off. Okay. So on, off, off. Sigma, what are you doing? Don't break it! Ah, no, it wasn't me. It just fell off. Are you sure? Yeah, I'm sure. Well, it's off now, so no point crying over spilt levers. Maybe we can use it somewhere else? Where? I know where. Going back across the room. Okay. If I just put it here. Good. There we go. But now I have no idea what to do with this puzzle. So what do I do with this thing? I found a manual on the floor over there. Thank you! See, I'm not carrying the whole team. One of my teammates is being helpful. It says this machine doesn't really use electricity in a conventional way. Huh? Those tubes use some kind of special liquid to transmit electricity. Actually, it's pretty complicated. The simple version is that you can adjust the voltage by adjusting the flow of the liquid. So let's say you turn that rightmost lever all the way to the left. If you do that, then all the liquid coming from 240 will go to the left tube. Turn it all the way to the right, and it all goes to the right tube. What if you put it in the middle? Then it gets halved. Each pipe will end up with 120 instead of one getting 240. So what's the deal with the question marks? Those represent unknowns in the target values. The one with 3 question marks means it's just supposed to be a 3-digit number, while the ones with only 2 means those are 2-digit numbers. And of course, the single question mark means that the value is only a single digit. What about the one that starts with 3? Well, I would guess that that means the 100th digit has to be a 3. So that means the 10th digit has to be a 4. And that means the 1 digit has to be a 5, right? Yes, I think so. Algebra! Let me see if I got this. We need to adjust the levers so that liquid gives us the right numbers on the bottom. Algebra on steroids. That's correct. Once you've got all the levers set, then I think you pull down on the power lever, like this. Ah, makes sense. I think that about covers it. Oh wait, one more thing. The liquid will only flow from top to bottom. The manual is very specific about that. That's generally how liquid flows, so let's do this thing. Here comes a minigame. Alright. this needs to be 300. I wonder if it'll turn green when I get it right. If I have this going this way, then it doesn't matter what that one's doing, really. Okay, well that one is probably 0, so we'll move that one that way. So that everything goes this way. This doesn't really tell us anything because all of these end in 0 anyway. Though this is interesting. This is only going to be 2 digits. So what's 240 divided by 2 is 120? So it would need to be divided again in order to make 60. So that should be correct. Because it has to be halved twice. So we'll leave these alone, I guess. This is 120, then that can't be it. But what's 120 plus... oh, odd numbers. 160? Wouldn't make a 4. If I dump the whole that way, because this would be 120 plus 320. That would make a 4 in the tens place. And then this can still be 0. It doesn't matter what position this is because all of it's being directed that way. So this has to get everything from over here. So, and this is 3 digits. $210 divided in half is 105. It would have to all go this way in order for it to be a 0. So then how is this one getting anything? That doesn't make any sense. Or wait, no. This is getting... no, this isn't getting anything from over here. I was sending the 220 over, or the 210 over here, then that doesn't leave anything over here. Because this has to share. Because this starts with a 3. Ugh. Maybe I approached this part incorrectly? This is worse than Bioshock puzzles? This has to be halved. Or, because if I cut it off, then it's not getting anything. And similarly, if I cut it off here, it's not getting anything. And it has to be 2 digits. So these have to be pointing down to make this 60. That has to be the case. Oh! I was thinking about this the wrong way. So this is getting 120, but it's also getting 60 from here. I did the math wrong. So this is 120, and then 60 is 180. So 180. Alright, so this is getting 180 right now. I'm just gonna get my calculator out. Mental math is hard for me. 180 plus 320 would be 500. We don't want that. So 180 plus... Well, hold on. What's 160 plus 180 equals 340. So that would work. So if that's in a halving position as well. Okay, so down, down, down. That's what that is. This has to go this way so that this doesn't get anything. So that means that 320 divided by 2. So this is getting 160 right now, which is fine. I could even cut that off if needed over here and just feed it all directly in here. Like that. So this would be 210 divided by 2 is 105, and then 105 is directly in there, and then do that. Ha 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 ha! We did it! I am a champion! Look! I am a champion. It turned the power on. Look. It's moving. Looks like it's finally ready. But ready for what? Well... ready for you to use this, I'm guessing. This screen? Yeah. I think. Oh, alright. Look at the screen, I guess. I think I've got it. This machine is a CT scanner. You mean like from a hospital? Yes. One of those things that can take pictures of cross-section of your brain and organs and stuff. Yes. It can image things other than the human body, too. Like this root, for instance. god. So what we're seeing on the left is a slice of that root. I think so. What are we supposed to do then? I think trial and error is going to be the No! I don't want to do trial and error. Just start messing with it and we'll see what happens. Alright. Hold the X button and press the up and down directional buttons where the image of the root is displayed to scroll between the layers. The bottom layer has 8 circles of different colors. 4 of those circles are blank. Assign an appropriate number to each circle. The numbers you can use are displayed below the cross-section. Grab a number with the X button and move it with the left stick. Here goes nothing. Wait. I thought I could move this. Oh, I have to use this. It said to use the directional buttons. You use the stick. $100. So they probably all have to add up to 100. No. 16, 15, 20. I want to use my calculator, and I keep getting junk calls. You might be like, how do you know they're junk calls? They're always junk calls. It's always robots. 49? 20, 16, and 15 equals 51. So one would think the blue would be 49? I don't know. Okay, I guess we just start throwing in numbers. Okay. Alright, that didn't change anything. I'm gonna try and make them equal. Like, wait. But this already says 19. And it's only out of 16. What? What? I don't even know if this is math. I don't know what this is. Like backwards division problems? I don't know. Ah. is... There you go. Here's some stuff. It had no effect on anything. I'm gonna go back. Can't figure it out. Just calm down and think. If you concentrate, I'm sure you'll find the answer. That's not helpful, Luna. Maybe if I look at this. The roof. Look at that thing. I know, isn't it beautiful? Are you kidding? It's gross. Oh. Okay, what should I do? Well, I already explained it. We're supposed to use the screen on the left to operate this thing. But it doesn't make any sense. Then these don't match up. I'm getting zero feedback is the problem. I'm getting zero feedback. Assign an appropriate number to each circle. Does it want me to do 3/15ths of 100? So like if I did 100 divided by 15 times 3, that'd be 20. So does it want me to make the two red numbers equal 20? So that would be 8? Okay. 4/16ths should just be 1/4. Yeah. 1/4 of 100 is 25. So let me try to make the yellow be 25. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Put in a 6. Is 3/10, which can't be reduced any further. So 100 divided by 10 times 3 is 30. So plus 9 would be 30. And then maybe I just do the last remaining number to make it equal 100? Seems like a good a strategy as any. Plus 19, plus 6, plus 8, plus 12, plus 15 equals 90. And we're gonna put it in 10. Okay. I don't like those kinds of puzzles where it's like, figure out the rules. Looks like I got it. That's amazing! Good work. I like that they encourage me. Whoa, would you look at that? The color changed. I wonder. Have a look, Sigma. This is the solution! You've seen a password like this before, haven't you, Luna? Yes. In the AV room and in the infirmary. It'll open the safe, right? Yeah. Found the password. Phew! The root. It's shiny with all the colors of the rainbow. I think it's time to get out of here. Do I still remember the code? Real quick. Alright, star, star, sun. Completed! Yes! It opened! We've got some stuff. Alright, let's get our prizes. First we've got... a map. Making math hot since 2008. Says floor B. The one we found in the crew quarters said floor A. So did the one in the infirmary. We came down here using an elevator, right? So that would make A the top floor. Seems weird. Don't the numbers usually count up from the bottom floor? Well, look at it this way. A for above, B for below. Why does that seem ominous? Whatever. Moving on. Our next prize is... let's see. Keycards. They have a moon on them. That means these are the moon cards that the announcer was talking about. Now we can play the next AV game. Don't look so happy about it. They gave us 2, just like with the sun cards. I'm a solo, so I'll take 1. That's fine with you guys, right? Sure, go for it. We've got 2 other things left. I've seen one of them before, but this one... is it some kind of input device? It has a keyboard on it, and a cable connected to the top. We can worry about that later. Might as well take it with us for now, though. And finally, the key. We can get out now. Yeah, this should unlock the exit. So, that thing is probably for dearming the bomb. No more screwing around. Let's move. Where's the exit door? Is it over here? I think it's over here. I'm alive. It's on the... oh, wait. That's the door we came through. Go this way. Alright. I wonder what this room was anyway. Oh? You didn't notice? Notice what? The thing on the other side of the glass. That looks kind of like a metal octopus. I think that maybe it's an annihilation reactor. Annihilation? You mean like that bomb? Yes. The core of the annihilation bomb would work on the same principles. I think Phi knows a lot more than me about these things, though. Well, I wouldn't say that. I've just picked up a few tidbits of information here and there. Tidbits, huh? If it is what Luna thinks, it should be pretty simple. There's going to be a bunch of matter and antimatter in there, probably hydrogen and antihydrogen, bumping into one another. When they do, they annihilate one another. That's where you get the name and release a bunch of energy. You can actually calculate how much energy by taking the mass effect and... stop! Too complicated! You're saying that octopus thing is a machine that runs off of annihilation energy, right? Well, machine is a weird way to put it. It's more like an engine, like a steam engine, or an internal combustion engine. Just better. All of the electricity in this facility is generated by Mr. Octopus. So that would make this room... yes, this is Mr. Octopus's control room. I guess it doesn't really matter what the octopus is at this point. We're all done with this room. All we've got to do is insert the key. Okay, let's go. Yes, let's. I agree. 3, 2, 1, escape! We found it!
An ambidex gate has been opened.
Dang, they weren't wasting any time. I'm gonna save really quickly. Savin', savin', savin'. Keep that game a savin'. Alright.
45 minutes remain until ambidex game polling closes.
That was a little inconsiderate. Because it's like,
Maybe someone from another team opened one of them.
What happens if well, I guess if the people aren't out of the room, then they just, they both automatically
They
ally.
must have found a moon card.
Well, why the hell would they just go and open one of the doors
We
on
should
their
get
own?
back upstairs. Whoever
You know
jumped
what
the gun
would be
is
smart?
probably in the warehouse.
Is if you just didn't go in the room. Because any team that doesn't enter their vote automatically allies. So if you don't go in the room and you're watching each other and you're not going in the room, then that means that you ally. So that it takes the element of trust out of it. Going back to the warehouse. Going back to the boat. Betray us, so we should do our vote. Warehouse A. We leapt out of the magenta door and into the warehouse. There stood Tenmyoji, Dio, and Clover. Hey! What the hell is this? Why'd you open one of the AB rooms before the rest of us got back?
Clover and I haven't done anything.
Dio didn't feel like waiting, I guess.
You got a problem?
Yes, I do have a problem.
Why? I don't remember saying anything about waiting until everyone got back to open the AB rooms.
Are you kidding me? We didn't talk about it because we thought it was common sense.
Sigma's right. We were able to get back quickly, but the others could still be stuck somewhere. What if they can't get back in time?
No sooner were the words out of her mouth than they get back to you.
Oh, thank goodness. You're all here.
Did something happen?
Yes, it's Quark, you see.
What? What happened to Quark?
He collapsed. It happened so suddenly. We were just searching our room.
What?
Please, you must hurry to the infirmary. His condition could change at any moment. You should go.
Oh no.
Tenmyoji shoved Kay aside and left through the yellow door. The rest of us exchanged a few startled looks, then ran off after him.
Quark, come on, kid. Get a hold of yourself.
Tenmyoji grabbed Quark's shoulders and began to shake him desperately. It was Clover who stopped him.
Hey, what are you doing? He's sick, and we don't even know what's wrong with him. What if you make him worse?
Then what am I supposed to do? I have to save him.
Save? That seems a little extreme. Maybe he just has anemia or something.
No, that's not it. I know him better than any of you. He doesn't have anemia. He's never just collapsed before.
Well, then call an ambulance and stop freaking out about it.
You son of a bitch. This is serious.
The infirmary seems pretty well equipped. There are plenty of diagnostic tools, but
Without a doctor, there's not going to be much we can do with him.
Oh, right. Well, we've got Luna.
Luna?
That's right. I remember Dio saying something. You have a medical license, don't you?
Wait, really? Is that true, Luna?
Well, yes, but
You have to take a look at him then. Please. Quark needs your help.
okay. I'll see what I can do. I think that machine over there is a medical scanner. It's called an Atom. It uses nuclear magnetic resonance imaging to examine and diagnose people.
So that thing can tell us what's wrong with Quark.
Yes, I believe it can.
I don't want to rush you, but the sooner the better. Just let us know if you need anything.
Of course.
The whole process took only a few minutes. The machine scanned Quark's body, and within seconds, his results lit up on the screen. Words too complicated for me to understand scrolled across it, and as she read them, Luna's face grew dark. She bit her lip and just stood there for a moment, looking down at Quark before she spoke.
Well, I know what's wrong with him. I feel so terrible saying this, but Quark has an infection. A viral infection.
Oh no.
Oh no. Don't tell me.
Yes. He's been infected with a virus called Radical 6.
Have you heard of this virus? Radical 6, I mean?
Yeah. I told Allison Tenmyoji about it.
Fi and I heard about it from Luna.
Dio and Luna were two of the first people to investigate the infirmary. They must have seen the newspaper clipping that Quark found. I'd stayed behind after the AB game, and they'd all split up and gone into different rooms. It seemed like, one way or another, everyone had heard about Radical 6.
No, he can't. How could he have gotten infected? That's not possible.
Something about the tone of his voice seemed strange. Why wasn't it possible? Had Tenmyoji known about Radical 6 before the rest of us?
There must be something we can do! How can we cure him?
Well, Adam says there's an antiviral serum called Excelavir. It's the only way to counteract Radical 6. If we can inject him with some, he should be okay.
Where is it? Shouldn't it be in the infirmary somewhere?
We looked around, but we didn't see anything.
I don't trust a damn thing you say. I'm asking Luna.
I'm sorry, but Leo's telling the truth. We didn't find anything.
Damn it. What about the other rooms? Sigma, what about you? Did you find anything?
You mean in the control room? All that had was a bunch of stuff for controlling the generator. I don't think anybody would put medicine in there.
What about you, Kay? Was there any medicine in your room?
I'm terribly sorry. There was nothing of the sort in the archives. Books and so on in abundance, but no medicine.
Oh, God. He's going to... Oh, God, no.
Look, just to be sure, where did the three of you go?
Someplace called the Bee Garden. It was kind of like a park with trees and stuff.
But
Yeah, no medicine. Maybe some medicinal plants?
Tenmyoji slumped to the ground. For a moment, there was silence.
Quark?
Quark! Oh, thank God. You're awake.
Get away from me!
What? Quark, what are you...
Sorry, Grandpa. I can't. I have to.
Have to what? What are you talking about?
Isn't it obvious? I have to escape.
But how?
Like this!
Quark's hand moved like lightning. He had grabbed hold of the scalpel and was driving it straight toward his heart. Stop!
No! Let go! Let go of me!
Pretty tough for a kid. Hey guys, I could use a hand here.
Yeah, right.
On it.
Me too.
Stop it! Let go of me, you jerks!
Tenmyoji, what the hell are you doing? Get over here. Tenmyoji, can you even hear me?
Oh, right.
Damn you! Bastards! Why won't you let me go? I have to get out of this body! They can't lock away the soul! Once my body's gone, my soul can escape!
Okay, so I'm thinking
Please!
the illness is
You have
making
to
him
let
a
me
little crazy.
go! Let me go! I'm trapped here! Let me die! I have to die! Kill me! Somebody! Anybody! Kill me! Kill me! Kill me! Ah!
Jesus, this kid's lost it. Hey, somebody get that scalpel away from him. Good. Thanks, whoever that was. Quark barely even seemed to notice the loss of the scalpel. He continued to scream and writhe like he was possessed. What are we going to do? We've got to calm him down somehow.
Luna,
Yes?
are there any tranquilizers in here?
No. Well, I mean,
What?
there's Superil Beta.
Soperil?
That's the anesthetic. The one that's in our bracelets.
Good. Perfect. Hit him with some of that.
What?
He'll be fine. It's just an anesthetic, Tenmyoji. It won't hurt him, I promise.
But...
Just hurry up and do it! Come on, Luna!
Okay, let me just... Okay, I've got it.
Good. Wait until he's... Now! Do it now!
Right.
No! Stop! Stop!
Pant, pant, pant.
Respiration, blood pressure, brain waves, everything's normal. According to these readings, he's in a very deep sleep.
Alright, I guess we're good for now.
Yes,
What about the anesthetic? How long will it last?
he shouldn't wake up for a few hours.
Man, he sure was strong for such a little guy.
I think that might be the virus's fault. It probably attacks the part of the brain that governs reason. Without anything to hold it back, his body was using every ounce of strength it had.
Yeah? How do you know?
Huh? Oh, well,
How much do you know about this Radical 6?
oh, not much. I probably know about as much as you do. All I've seen about it is that newspaper article.
That the truth?
Why would I lie about that? I've seen other viruses do the same thing. I was just making a guess.
A little
So when
suspicious, but
Quark
okay.
tried to kill himself, are you saying that was because of Radical 6 too? Yes, at least I think so.
So what kind of virus is Radical 6?
What are you doing?
I turned and followed Tenmyoji's gaze. There stood Alice, her hand wrapped tightly around the scalpel. Apparently, she had been the one to take it away from Quark. The longer I looked at her, however, the more I wondered if she had taken it to protect him, or for some other more sinister reason. She didn't seem stable. In fact, she looked far more like Quark had a moment ago than I was entirely comfortable with. Her eyes were flat and hollow. Her face was an emotionless mask. She was not well. Alice? Hey, you feeling okay?
We're all going to die.
Huh?
We're all dead already. Only terrorists would resort to biological warfare. But they will. Soon.
Hey, what the hell are you talking about?
You don't understand? All of humanity is going to die. The virus will spread. Adults, children, everyone. Everyone! There won't be anyone left! I'd rather die here!
Wait! Alice! We were all too stunned to even try to restrain her. We just stood there as she spun around and leapt through the door. Damn it! I shook myself and took off after her. Boy, this went south pretty quickly. I thought we were gonna do our AV game voting and stuff, but those few moments of hesitation have put too much distance and too many doors between us. Shit. Which way did she go? Right? Left? I was still trying to decide when everyone else poured out of the infirmary.
You lost her.
Yeah, I don't know which way she went.
Well, let's split up and look. Quickly. She can't have gotten too far.
Right.
Look, if you find her, it's probably best not to shout or anything. Just do your best not to provoke her. Understood?
Gotcha.
Tenmyoji, I think you should stay here with Quark. The rest of us can look for Alice. Sound good?
Yeah, I stay here. Got it.
All right, let's move, people. Get going.
At Phi's command, we scattered, filtering off into the different doors. As I ran, I thought, where should I look for Alice? Perhaps the lounge would be a good bet. No one here, huh? Damn, where'd she go? No point in complaining. I just needed to look somewhere else. I turned and headed toward the exit. Seems like a good time for some water. Well, I don't think we've been in here yet. So this is the archives, huh? Kay, Quark, and Alice searched this room. Damn, nothing here either. We need to find her quick or she's gonna do something bad. If she loses it like Quark did and nobody's around to stop her. Shit, I need to hurry. I decided to try the garden where Clover, Tenmyoji, and Dio had gone after passing through their door. Bee garden. Ooh, how nice. The first thing I noticed when I stepped inside was the smell. Plant life was everywhere, and the air was filled with the fresh scent of it growing, underlaid with the sweet dry tones of dead leaves underfoot. While the air outside had been dry and harsh, in here it was warm and wet, like a forest after a spring rain. Just like Clover said, plants and stuff everywhere. I walked slowly down the path, still slightly stunned. Most of the facility had been cold, dull metal, but this room was positively verdant. This is to make it so that you don't go insane. Hard to believe there's something like this here. What the hell is this even for? As strange as the garden was, Alice needed to be my priority. I reined my thoughts back in and continued down off the path and into the grass. I had only gone a few steps when I stopped short.
Oh, there you are. Good. I'm glad you showed up. I just got here a minute ago. She was like this when I found her. When you showed up, I was getting ready to take her to the infirmary.
Then she's, alive?
Yeah. Her breathing and pulse seem normal. She doesn't appear to have any obvious external wounds.
So she's just unconscious?
Looks like it.
What about the scalpel?
Doesn't look like she has it. Figure she probably dropped it on the way here. Anyway, we need to get her to the infirmary. Give me a hand here. Wait,
Right.
hold on. There's something I need to tell you. Just stay calm.
What?
Look to the right.
My right or your right?
Your right.
Oh, Another bomb.
Exactly. I'm pretty sure someone didn't move it here from the crew quarters. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's an entirely different bomb. Look at the number on the side.
It says 01. The one in the crew quarters said 03. Shit. Then there's no question, huh?
I've got more good news. Just think about the numbers for a moment.
You're saying there's 02 bomb out there somewhere.
I can't be sure, but it does seem pretty likely.
Damn it. That means we're talking about an explosion the size of 3 tons of TNT.
Yeah.
Who said it?
Clover, Tenmyoji, and Dio investigated the garden. There's also a chance someone else said it. Anyone could have come here after they left and before we showed up. Anyway, we need to move Alice. Help me out here.
Alice was lighter than I had expected, and Fi and I managed to set off toward the infirmary at a brisk trot.
All right, please pay attention, everyone. You need to hear this. The Atom has finished scanning Alice.
What did it say?
Her results are identical to Quark's. She has also been infected with Radical 6.
Makes sense. Fi had called everyone. You know what? We're all infected. Remember Sigma was asking about the headaches? Oh, you've been having headaches? Yeah, and my body feels weird, blah, blah, blah. They're all infected. I'm calling it right now. Fi had called everyone else back after I brought Alice to the infirmary. 7 sets of eyes widened as Luna spoke.
Oh no.
No! What's going to happen to her?
Well, like I said before,
we're all screwed, exactly.
There's only one way to cure Radical 6. It's a special antiviral treatment. Whether or not there's any around here, though.
No! No! Oh, Alice! I don't want you to die! Please! Please don't die!
I really don't like the way Clover is animated.
I don't want to be
alone. She looks like she's smiling all the time.
Don't die!
Clover wrapped her arms around Alice's unconscious body and began to sob. None of us had the heart to pull her off, so all we could do was stand and watch uncomfortably.
Ten minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes. All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
Guys, I think we should get back to the warehouse.
What about Alice and Quark?
I guess we're just gonna have to leave them behind.
No! I'm not leaving! I'm
Clover.
staying here! Like heck, I'm gonna leave Alice all alone!
She's going to be fine. I gave her some Soparil. She'll just be sleeping like Quark.
I don't care! I just want to stay with her. She shouldn't have to be all by herself.
Whatever. She can do what she wants.
Huh?
I see. Dio and Tenmyoji's opponent in the next AB game is Clover. If she doesn't vote, then she'll default to ally, which I don't think I need to mention would be pretty favorable for Dio. If she stays, he's got an easy round.
Whoa, what are you saying? You think I'm gonna choose Betray?
Yeah, I do. Am I wrong?
Yes. Of course I'm gonna pick Ally. For one, Tenmyoji's gonna be in there with me. I can't just ignore his opinion and make my own choice, right?
No, I won't be going. I can't leave Quark here when he's like this. I'll be staying, just like Clover.
Hey, come on now, what is this?
Knock it off, Dio. He's too smart to let you make a scapegoat out of him.
What the hell? Why are you so suspicious of me?
Yes?
What if Dio stays behind too? If Clover, Tenmyoji, and Dio all don't vote, then everyone allies, right?
Oh, you don't know?
Know what?
This. You didn't find a note like this one?
Huh?
One person out of every color group of 3 has to vote.
Wait, what's this?
We found it in the archives.
Well, there sure as hell wasn't anything like that in the garden.
We didn't find one in the control room either.
Interesting. Apparently, only the archive had one.
What does it
Why
say?
don't you read it for us, Sigma?
I took the note from him and, still slightly confused, began to read. Here are some more AB game rules for you. Not voting is not an option. If both parties refuse to vote, then everybody gets penalized. In other words, one person out of every color group of 3 has to vote.
You see? At least one member of each trio must vote. Otherwise...
That means Kay has to vote. Quark and Alice certainly aren't in any condition to. If he doesn't, all 3 of them are screwed.
And Alice dies.
Wait a second. Kay's got 6 BP right now. His opponent is gonna have to default to ally. That means if Kay chooses betray, he's gonna have 9 points.
You needn't worry. I have every intention of choosing ally.
Oh, give me a break. You expect us to just swallow your bullshit?
Oh dear. Dio, please, think for a moment. You do realize that Alice currently only has 1 BP, don't you? If I were to betray her, what would happen?
Anyone whose BP drops to 0 gets penalized, just like when you break the rules.
I am not so desperate to escape that I would be willing to kill. Therefore, I will definitely choose ally. Indeed, I really have no choice. Unless, of course, I wish to become a murderer.
Yeah, because he knows that they will default to ally.
5 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
We don't have time to argue about this.
So that means by opening the gate early,
There's only one
Dio
solution.
could have been killing people. Of course, he didn't know that, but...
Clover, you're going to have to go vote for us.
Huh?
What does that mean?
What, did I use big words? It means this!
I'd never seen someone move that fast before, let alone someone as old as Tenmyoji. In the blink of an eye, he covered the few feet between himself and Dio and slammed a closed fist into the other man's chest. Dio fell to his knees, wheezing for air. Tenmyoji waited for half a second to make sure he was down, and then turned to look at Clover.
He's not gonna stay down forever. Get out of here, Clover.
But...
You and Kay are in the same position now. I've only got 1 BP, just like Alice.
Interesting. So long as Tenmyoji doesn't vote, Clover's only choice is to choose ally.
Admittedly, there is a chance she might kill me.
Are you saying you trust me with your life?
That's about the size of it.
Which is impressive because she betrayed him the first
What the
time.
hell are you standing
Of
around
course, they
for?
didn't know about the death thing before.
Get! You don't need to worry about Alice. I'll keep a good eye on her. Now get moving!
He trusts Clover more than he trusts Dio. Which Dio didn't betray his opponent
You
last
still
time,
don't
but he was
trust me.
paired with Quark, I think, so...
No, that's not it at all. I trust you. I just...
3 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
We need to go.
Come on. Okay, take care of Alice.
She'll be fine.
That seemed to finally satisfy her, and we were off. We ran as fast as we could, leaping through doors and tearing through the rooms on our way back to the warehouse. Hurry, gotta get to the boat. Warehouse A. Everybody ready?
Yeah.
We've all got a moon card, right?
Yes, we do.
Good. Then let's go. Four AB gates yawned open as we swiped our cards. The 5th one, the one Dio had opened, stayed empty. The 6th, which would have been Alice's, remained unopened. Kay and Clover quickly entered the 2nd and 3rd from the right, and Luna and I headed toward our own.
Hold on a minute.
What is
You're
it?
going to choose ally, right?
Yeah, why do you ask?
Of course we are.
You promise?
Sure, I promise.
Cross your heart?
Cross my heart.
You're gonna be in a world of hurt if you double-cross me.
Don't sweat it. I'm a man of my word. Vi frowned, but said nothing, and disappeared into her own AB room, the second from the left. Luna and I nodded to one another, and headed for the last one, the leftmost room. Just in time for Prisoner's Dilemma. Hi, Vasco.
One minute remains until Ambidex game polling closes.
What are you going to do?
Well, I don't have a choice, do I? I promised. I said I'd choose Ally.
Yes, but Vi has 6 BP. If she betrays us...
Yeah, she'll have 9 points, I know.
Right.
What do you think we should do?
It's your decision, Sigma. I'll be in the same position either way.
What?
You have 6 BP too, don't you? That means if we betray Vi, and she chooses Ally...
Then I would have 9 points.
Yes. You see? In either case, I could end up with someone in my group reaching their goal.
20 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
That's it. We don't have any time left. You have to make a choice.
Are you sure this is okay with you?
Yes.
Alright. I turn to face the machine.
10 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
I'm so scared that she's gonna betray. What am I going to choose?
9.
I'm
8,
so scared she's gonna betray,
7,
but I think I'm gonna pick Ally. Ally or betray?
6.
Cause it's
5,
Vi, like we've been with Vi
4,
from the start. She's not gonna stab us in the back, right? Right?
3, 2,
Right?
1.
Right? Pick an ally.
Round 2 of the Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed
I mean,
in
regardless,
the warehouse.
we're not gonna die even if she does betray us.
Thank you
Hopefully
for your
she sticks
participation.
true. Actually, I just realized she made us promise that we were gonna pick Ally. She never promised us, so she
Ambidex
probably is gonna
gates
betray us.
now opening.
You're gonna pick Ally, right? Luna and I stepped out of our AB room a little later than the others. They were already gathered in front of the projection, awaiting the announcement of the results.
You chose Ally, right? Are you sure that was okay?
Yeah. What else was I gonna do? I promised. It'll be fine. I'm sure Vi chose Ally too.
Really?
Come on, what's with you? Do you not trust Vi?
No, that's not what I mean. It's just...
Let's just go have a look, shall we? Why are we even talking about this? We'll know what happened in just a few seconds.
You're right. Let's go.
She betrayed us. Dang it! She didn't promise back.
Results
She betrayed
from
us.
round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the
Especially
results
since
screen.
we picked Betray in the first round. She totally picked Betray. Told ya!
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
Hey! What the hell is this? Why'd you choose Betray? I thought we promised.
We? I don't remember that.
What?
You promised me. You said you'd choose Ally. But I don't recall promising you anything. I was free to choose whatever I wanted.
She is cold.
You
Hold
should have
on.
seen this coming. I told you I'd make you pay. And now I am.
Wait, what? Huh? I had absolutely no idea what she was talking about.
You reap what you sow. This is your fault. You chose betray first.
What? First? Do you mean in round 1?
No, I mean the first round too.
Have you lost it? Take a real good look at the results up there. This is round 2. My vote was ally. Yours was betray. I didn't betray you. I've never betrayed you.
Yes, you have. Remember? Oh, don't lie to me, Sigma.
What?
Drop the act. There's no way you don't know by now.
Know about what?
What's happening to you? The strange things you've been seeing.
Do you mean the premonitions? I wanted to say it, but as the word formed itself in my mouth, I felt a tingle along the back of my neck. Someone was looking at me. I turned around to see Luna, Clover, and Kay.
What are the two of you talking about?
It's nothing. Forget about it.
I'm afraid it's not that simple. You were the only person who chose to betray this round. Is there some connection to what you and Sigma were discussing?
Yes, there is a connection, but you wouldn't believe me.
You don't know that. We might believe a lot.
Fi looked away and scowled. For several long moments, her eyes stared off into the distance, and I could also see her mind working. Finally, she sighed and spoke.
Right. Well, I've got 9 points now. So sorry, but I'm out of here.
Huh? What do you mean?
Do I really have to explain it? I'm leaving. Through the number 9 door.
Oh, Fi, so cold. I scrambled around in front of her and threw my arms out.
You're in my way. Move.
No, I'm not letting you go. What happened to you? I didn't think you were the kind of person who'd ditch the rest of us so you could get away.
When someone betrays your trust, feels like a part of you dies. For me, I guess it was the part that cared. I don't think you have even the slightest idea what that feels like.
Betrays your... Wait, are you saying...
Whatever. Just get out of my way.
No, I'm not moving.
I see. Then you leave me no choice.
As she spoke, Fi bent down. Then shot up into the air and over my head. I spun around to see her standing next to the number 9 door, her hand on the lever.
Nice try.
She grinned and tightened her grip on the lever.
Plaudite, acta est fabula.
What the hell's that?
It's Latin. Applaud. The play has ended. That's what it means. See you later.
Wait! Stop! A bolt of searing light roared through my brain. When I came to, I was floating in a field of nothingness. To be continued. Oh, I think we reached our first ending, guys. Gonna save really quick. And then we're gonna return. I'm gonna go ahead and see what happens if I pick Betray.
One minute remains until Ambidex game polling closes.
What are you going to do?
Gonna go through... Let's betray this time. Luna and I stepped out of our AB room a little later than the others. They were already gathered in front of the projection, awaiting the announcement of the results.
So, you chose betray. Did
Yeah.
you do it to protect yourself? Were you worried that Phi might choose betray?
That's a good question.
Huh?
I'm honestly not sure myself why I did it.
Well, we should go see the results. I want to see how Kay and Clover voted.
Right. Let's go then.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
Wait, what the hell? What? What? What?
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
Oh. This is what she meant.
Well played, Sigma.
This is what she meant.
I guess a promise means a lot to you.
I've started on quite the interesting path. I had nothing to say. She was right. I had broken a promise.
Why did you do it? Nothing to say?
Because you
I guess
betrayed
I
me last
misjudged you.
time.
I thought you were better than this. That was not a smart move, Sigma. I won't forget this. I'll make sure you pay, even if it's the last thing I do.
And she did when we picked Ally.
Elapsum semel occasionum, non ipse potest Jupiter reprehendere.
What's
A
that?
Latin proverb.
What does it mean?
Not even Jupiter can find a lost opportunity. Jupiter is a Roman god. Actually, he's kind of the Roman god. He's in charge of all the others. Not even Jupiter, the ruler of the gods, can take back what's been done. You did something bad. You're not gonna get a chance to take it back.
Phi, you did it first. You did it to me first. But I guess from her perspective, I did it to her first. I turned away from Phi. I couldn't stand to look at her anymore. In front of me were Kay and Clover. Their eyes bored into me with cold disapproval, and I looked away. They'd both chosen Ally as promised. The only person who'd betrayed anyone was me. The only person with 9 BP was me. Little wonder I wasn't very popular.
What do you intend to do?
You aren't thinking about trying to open the number 9 door, are you?
For a moment, I considered the unthinkable. Could I break through them and reach the door? Once I was through, I'd be out of the game and free from their judgment. But... no, I couldn't do that. How could I possibly justify leaving them all behind so I could escape on my own? Why had I chosen betray? In my memory, it seemed like an almost flippant choice, as if I'd just been curious to see what would happen. If betrayal... getting a little meta here. If betrayal was what I wanted, I should have made that choice with commitment. But there I was, and I couldn't turn back. Even if I didn't try to open the number 9 door, they would all be suspicious of anything I did. Trust is easy to break and hard to repair. Unless I could somehow turn back the clock, I was stuck with the consequences of my actions.
Elapsum semel occasionum, non ipse potest Jupiter reprehendere. Not even Jupiter can find a lost opportunity.
How could I do something that was beyond the reach of a god? Why hadn't I just chosen Ally? What would be happening to me right now? What if? What if? What if? Then Phi spoke, and I blinked.
Sigma, we're just doing this to be safe. We can't let you run around with 9 BP. I'm afraid you're going to have to sleep for a little while. Okay?
Huh? I started to turn around, but it was already too late. I felt a heavy hand slam into the back of my neck. And then everything went dark. Game over. Every ending begins... I couldn't read the achievement. Trophy earned. That wasn't supposed to happen. We're gonna save. Alright, so we've gotten 2 endings now. Well, I don't know if that was really an ending. It said to be continued. Warehouse A, how do we stop Phi? But it's locked, I guess? I don't know. Let me see if I can do anything different now.
You chose Ally, right? Are you sure that was okay? You sound pretty sure of yourself.
Oh, that's weird. Oh, it's not confidence. I already know.
What?
Oh, yes, this is now different. Let's just go have a look, shall we? We'll know pretty quick whether I knew anything or not.
Let's go.
That was different dialogue that time.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
But I'm betting she's gonna betray us again. Yeah. Don't gotta betray our second choice.
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
Now I might know what she's talking about because I have been through that ending. What the hell, Phi? Why'd you choose Betray? You chose Ally before.
I see. So you remember it too. The other round 2.
What? That wasn't even close to the response I'd expected. It felt anticlimactic? Hey, hold on a minute here. You know? You remember how I chose Betray last time in round 2?
Yeah, of course. Why do you think I chose Betray this time? Don't you remember what I said? That I'd make you pay?
Yeah, I do remember that. Then this is you making me pay?
Yes.
Wait. No. That didn't make any sense. Something wasn't right. How could we both know about an earlier round 2? How could there have been an earlier round 2? Was it some sort of alternate history? Every ending is canon. What the hell was I thinking? That was a conspiracy theory shit. Even if there was some sort of alternate timeline or universe or whatever, there was no way I could know what had happened in it. No way I could know. At least, I didn't think there was any way I could know. But if I could, then how? I remembered Phi choosing Ally, then scowling at me when I broke my promise, and swearing revenge.
That was not a smart move, Sigma. I won't forget this. I'll make sure you pay. Even if it's the last thing I do.
Why did I know that? Perhaps more importantly, why did Phi remember it? What the hell did any of this mean? Suddenly I realized that I wasn't alone. I looked up to see Luna, Clover, and Kay. They all began to speak at once.
What happened?
Why did you choose Betray, Phi?
Yeah. You're the only one who didn't vote Ally.
Vi looked away and scowled. For several long moments, her eyes stared off into the distance, and I could also see her mind working. Finally, she sighed and spoke.
Right. Well, I've got 9 points now. So sorry, but I'm out of here.
Huh? What do you mean?
Do I really have to explain it? I'm leaving. Through the number 9 door.
Hey, wait! I scrambled around in front of her and threw my arms out.
You're in my way. Move.
No, I'm not letting you go. What happened to you? I didn't think you were the kind of person who ditched the rest of us so you could get away.
When someone betrays your trust, feels like a part of you dies. For me, I guess it was the part that cared. I don't think you have even the slightest idea what that feels like.
Betrays your... Wait, are you saying...
Whatever. Just get out of my way.
No, I'm not
I
moving.
see. Then you leave me no choice.
As she spoke, Vi bent down. Then shot up into the air and over my head. I spun around to see her standing next to the number 9 door, her hand on the lever.
Nice try.
She grinned and tightened her grip on the lever.
Plaudite, acta est fabula.
What the
It's
hell's that?
Latin. Applaud. The play has ended. That's what it means. See you later.
Wait, stop! I felt myself speaking before I even knew what the words were. Elapsum symbol occasionem non ipse potest Jupiter reprehendere. Not even Jupiter can find a lost opportunity. Are you sure this is how you want it to end? What about the nonary game, Zero, the bombs? We still don't know the truth about any of it. If you leave now, we never will. Is that really what you want?
Fine.
Vi slowly let go of the lever. Trophy earned. Why'd you do that? Phew. Look, I'm sorry about betraying you. I'm honestly not sure why
Forget
I did.
about it. This time you chose ally and I chose betray. I think we're even.
What are you talking about?
When did you betray her? Are you talking about round 1?
No, we aren't talking about round 1. We're...
Just drop it. There's no point. I doubt they'd understand even if you did tell them.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't get it.
Well, at least it seems Phi has decided to remain.
You've really changed your mind?
Yeah. I'll stick around a little longer. Like he said, I can't leave until we figured out what's going on.
The AB game will continue until someone opens the number 9 door. If someone reaches 9 BP and doesn't open the door, the game will keep going.
Oh man, that's a relief.
I'm getting a snack.
Please don't scare us like that again.
The Ambidex gates have closed. Round 3 of the Ambidex game will be the star round. Star keys are required to open the gates. There is no set limit on usage of the star keys. The Ambidex gates can be opened as many times as the players wish to open them.
As long as you have the star keys, you can play the AB game as many times as you want.
Which means there's only one more puzzle room left.
You probably
Well,
won't be
3
allowed to
more,
play it
probably.
continuously, however. There's a period of time between when the doors open and when the polling ends.
Based off the last 2 rounds, I think it's about 45 minutes long.
So you can repeat the game once every 45 minutes or so.
Oh, that's right.
What?
Didn't Zero Jr. say something about that?
As soon as the game's closed,
You
the
know-
colors get all shuffled up automatically. The pair and solo assignments hop around a bit too.
Oh yeah. What are your bracelets, guys? Looks like I'm a red solo.
I'm a magenta pair. Me too. That means we'll be a team this time. I think we'll do great. Yeah.
Who's gonna be my partner then? I'm a cyan pair.
They do not appear to be here. I, for instance, am a yellow pair.
Huh? Wait a second. If Luna and Clover are a magenta pair, Vi's a cyan pair and Kay's a yellow pair, who the hell am I supposed to partner up
The
with?
cyan pair, I imagine.
Vi and her mysterious partner.
How do you figure that?
Sigma, what colors are added together to create cyan?
Green and blue, right?
What color would you get by adding your red to that?
Red, green, and blue would be one.
Exactly.
So you're saying the next set of chromatic doors are going to be white?
Yes,
How do you know?
because I have seen them. After leaving the archives, we found a warehouse very similar to this one. In it was a set of white doors. Well, to be precise, a set of doors which radiated white light.
Yeah, I saw him too. After we were finished in the garden, we went to the same warehouse he's talking about. They had the same little lock thingies. I'm 100% sure they're the next chromatic doors. What about the people back in the infirmary? Do they know about the white doors?
Yes, if we exclude Quark from their number, then I believe they do.
I wonder what colors
As
they
far
are.
as pairs go, we're missing a cyan and a yellow.
If Sigma's a red solo, then we should have a green solo and a blue solo back in the infirmary.
Well, I'm going back to the infirmary. I'm kind of worried about Alice and Quark. I'll go too.
As will I.
Oh, that's right. Wait, guys. There's something I need to tell you.
What is it?
Go on.
I meant to say something earlier, but I guess there was just too much other stuff going on. I looked at Vi. She nodded back. See, the truth is... the bomb in the garden.
What?
Oh no! You found another bomb?
Yeah,
Where?
in the garden.
No, that's not possible. We didn't see anything like that.
Could you have missed it?
No! No way! We checked every part of that room.
There was a number on this one, too. It said 01. Since the one we found in the crew quarters said 03 on it, well...
You think there might be a third bomb out there somewhere?
At least
I
one.
think there's a good chance.
Very well. We should split up and find this other bomb. It could be anywhere.
Yeah, I
But
agree.
even if we do find it, what are we supposed to do?
That is a concern for later. At the moment, our primary concern should be finding it.
Gathering
You can't
information.
fight an enemy you can't see, after all.
Precisely.
All right, I'll head back to the infirmary and let everybody else know.
Please.
How about we set a time to meet back here, just in case? The time we have left until the chromatic doors open is... Let's see...
Quite a bit, actually.
1 hour and 57 minutes.
I think approximately half of that should be enough. When we have 1 hour remaining, we should meet back at the infirmary. Acceptable?
That sounds good to me. Right. I'll tell the others, too.
Good. Let's go! To be continued indeed. warehouse be? Ooh. Different writing. So these are the white doors that Kay and Clover were talking about. There's the lock thing. No question, these are chromatic doors, I guess.
So it seems.
Ah! What did you...
I've been here the whole time.
Seriously? I didn't notice you at all.
Oh, I guess your hearing's starting to go. How sad.
So what do you want? Why are you stalking me?
I'm not stalking you. I just followed you here.
That's pretty much the same thing. But how did you do it? You were totally silent. Are you Batman?
I already told you I'm not. Remember? Back in the AB room when we met?
Yeah, actually. You also jumped super high, all the way up to the ceiling.
Right.
You sure
Aren't
you're not
you curious
Batman?
about that graffiti?
Graffiti? That's a change of subject. I think we should really look behind him more, right? Oh yeah, that. Memento Mori, if the 99th lion ate the sun. Did a kid write that or what?
Why do you say that?
Well, they managed to spell ninth wrong. Who puts an E in there?
You're right.
Then again, maybe it means something. It's another anagram, like the first one.
Do you know what it means? The Latin part.
Hey now, give me a little credit. Even I know what Memento Mori means. You see it all over the place. As far as I know, it translates to something like, be aware of death, or remember your mortality. Never forget that we all die someday. I guess it's a sort of cautionary thing.
What about the other part?
It's exactly what it says on the tin, right? Some sort of conditional about lions and suns. Anything come to mind?
No, nothing. Nothing at all. What about you?
Me? Huh. Well, let's see. Memento Mori, if the 9th lion ate the sun. Memento Mori, if the 9th lion ate the sun. It's probably an anagram again, guys. I repeated the words over and over in my head, but nothing. Whatever they meant, it was beyond me. But perhaps by... Latin.
Huh?
Don't you know Latin? Maybe you can figure out more of it out.
Well, I know a little. More than most people, I guess, but I'm not an expert.
Then how'd you know that phrase? Elapsum sublocation non ipse potest Jupiter reprehendere.
Oh, that. That's from, this.
Alexa, stop listening. She unpinned the brooch from her chest as she spoke and held it out to me. I hesitated for a moment and then took it.
Look at the back.
I turned it over. Elapsum sublocationum non ipse potest Jupiter reprehendere. So I guess the I is pronounced like a J in Latin, huh?
Yeah.
What is
A
this?
memento of my late mother. Well, I guess it's something like a memento.
What's that mean?
She died right after I was born. I was raised by foster parents, and they told me where the brooch had come from. Apparently, it was the only thing my mother had left behind.
What about your father?
Don't have one. I guess you could say I was a bastard. I never saw his face, and I don't know his name. I don't even know if he's alive.
Oh. I couldn't think of anything else to say, so I just handed her back the brooch.
That phrase got to be almost like a prayer for me. Whenever I had to make a tough decision, I'd say it to myself. Sometimes I'd just repeat it over and over like a chant. Before long, I had it memorized. Got me interested in Latin, and I started studying the language. Elapsum semel occasionum non ipse potest Jupiter reprehendere. Not even Jupiter can find a lost opportunity. Sounds nice, doesn't it? But it seems kind of funny now. I mean, look at us. We've done what Jupiter can't. We can find our lost opportunities.
By making
That's
different
why I
choices.
followed you here. I thought it would be a good idea to talk to you about all this. Alone.
Yeah, I agree.
There's something else we need to do too, though.
Find the number 2 bomb?
Exactly. So we should get going. I'm pretty sure the bomb isn't in here. There's nowhere to hide it. So...
You're saying we should go somewhere else?
Yeah. Well, come on, don't just stand there. We need to get a move on.
Without waiting for a reply, she turned and started toward one of the exits. I followed. Archives. The archives. Good place to hide a bomb. Now where the hell do we start looking?
I doubt it really matters. If it's here, we'll find it eventually.
So what about that Jupiter stuff?
We can talk while we look. Now get started.
I turned to a corner of the room and began to look while Phi spoke.
I'll start with a conclusion I've come to. Our consciousnesses seem to be able to jump through time. No, sorry. Through time isn't really accurate. It's more like we move through worlds.
Worlds?
Yes. I don't mean physical planets in this case. Talking about a whole different universe, really. Parallel worlds.
What?
Do you know about the many worlds interpretation?
Well, kind of. I think I've heard of it once or twice.
Oh, well, I'll just explain it.
Thank you, Phi. Explain it for all of us.
Let's say... I don't care what it is, but could you move? Scratch your head, cross your arms, put your hands on your hips. Anything?
I had no idea what this was supposed to explain, but I did as she had asked.
You scratched your head just now, right? But you could have chosen to cross your arms or put your hands on your hips. Now, maybe there are other Sigmas in other worlds who did all of those things. All of these worlds and realities are branching off from one another. The choices you could have made branched off from the moment you decided what you were going to do just now. Every moment you make a decision, another universe branches off, on and on into infinity. Each of those branches is an alternate world, a world where a version of you did something different. Haven't you ever thought about what life would have been like if you'd made different choices? What if you'd gone to this high school instead of that one? What if you hadn't started a study group? What if you hadn't told that girl you liked her? What if? What if? But are those what-ifs really just what-ifs? Or are there other worlds out there where you did those things? Anyway, that's the many worlds interpretation in a nutshell. I've simplified it a lot. Doesn't have to be human actions, though. I just used your actions to make the explanation easier to grasp. The actions of a cat, the flight of a bee, the movement of a microorganism, even fluctuations in air temperature. All these can change history.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold on a second here. I'll let microorganisms slide, but there's no way that air is conscious of anything.
Can you say for sure that you are? All of your actions are caused by the cells in your brain. If we go down a little further, then you could say all of your actions are the result of atoms or electrons, or smaller particles we haven't even discovered yet. Are those atoms and electrons still you making a decision? At that level, how different are you from the air? I'd say not much. Human existence is just one part of reality. Falling in love is like a tulip blossoming. A tulip blossoming is like a tornado forming in South America. See what I'm saying? The only thing that really matters is the action of the most elementary particles of matter. That's where history happens. That's where universes branch out. Hey, you stopped. Are you done with that shelf?
Theseus' ship. I love this shit. I love the nerdy shit. Oh, no,
Well,
not
keep
yet.
looking while I talk. How familiar are you with quantum physics? Never mind, don't answer that. I'll try and keep it simple for you. Let's see. Hey, hand me that box, will you?
This one? Sure. I handed the box I had been examining over to her. She set it down on the desk and opened the top.
Also... Ah, there's a stuffed lion over there. Perfect. He's part of Felidae, too.
Oh, she's gonna demonstrate Schrodinger's cat. With that, she grabbed the lion and tossed it unceremoniously into the box. She also took a weight and an ink jar and put them next to the lion.
All right, everything's ready.
I just had a little cheese
Remember
stick.
that book in the crew quarters about Schrodinger's cat? It relates to all this stuff I've been talking about. Anyway, come look at the box.
What about looking for the...
This'll only take a minute. Now look.
I shrugged and peered into the box.
What do you see?
Well, there's a stuffed
From
lion.
now on, that's a cat. A living cat. This is important. Got it?
Yeah, it's a cat. Meow.
Oh, man. This again?
Sorry, I can't help it.
I find that hard to believe. Ugh. Fine. Maybe I can just ignore it.
For what it's worth, I'm sorry.
All right. What else do you see?
A weight that's not even a pound and a jar of ink.
Right. Now the weight is going to be radioactive material, and the jar of ink is full of poisonous gas.
What? I'm getting out of here.
Idiot. It's not really full of gas. This is just hypothetical. Imagine that it's full of gas. So, what's the weight?
Radioactive material.
And the jar of ink?
It's full of poison gas.
Exactly. Good work. Now, there's one other thing you need to know about the jar. If it's struck by any of the alpha particles the radioactive material emits, it'll break. These particles are emitted randomly, but there's a 50% chance that one of them will come into contact with the jar over the course of an hour. So let's close the lid. And pretend an hour has passed. Here's the question. Is the cat inside of the box alive or dead? You can't open the box to check. And you can't hit the box. Obviously, you can't shake it either. It's also been soundproofed, so the cat could be howling up a storm in there and you'd never know. Basically, you have no idea what's going on inside the box. Do you remember what happens if the alpha particles hit the jar?
It breaks, gas fills the box, the cat inhales it, and death will whisk her away.
And what if the jar doesn't break?
The cat lives to tell the tale.
Haha. And what are the chances of either of those things happening?
50-50. About 50%.
Uh-huh. So, what's your answer? Is the cat alive or dead?
I can't personally know.
Then guess. It's not hard. Alive or dead?
The cat is, pause for dramatic effect, alive.
Nope. You're wrong.
It's dead?
That's wrong too.
Then what's the right answer?
The answer is that it's in a state where it is neither dead nor alive.
What? How does that make any sense?
It's an extrapolation of something we see at the atomic level. We don't know if an atom is spinning upward or downward until we measure it. Before it's measured, those two possibilities coexist. But as soon as the measurement is taken, obviously, only one possibility is the truth. That's what's happening with the alpha particles. Since we can't know when they were emitted or where, we only know the probability that they'll impact the jar. Because we can't observe anything that's happening in the box, that becomes the entire system. In other words, the box is like the atom. We don't know how the cat's life or death situation has resolved itself until we look at it. Until we do, it's just a bunch of possibilities. Do you get it? If the cat in the box is possibilities.
Then it's both alive and dead.
Right. So, let's open the lid. And when we do, all the possibilities will collapse into a single truth. Meow. What a relief, huh? Looks like the cat's alive. Anyway, that's Schrodinger's cat. The many worlds interpretation is one theory for explaining that weirdness.
So there's another world out there where this cat died.
Yeah, that's the idea. Looks like that cat tick of yours cleared up.
Yeah. Well, your story was pretty insane.
Insane?
You don't think so? Just the idea of something being alive and dead at the same time. And if the moment the lid open determines whether or not the cat's dead, then it's almost like events in the future can determine the past. Oh, cool. I mean, the cat doesn't die when you open the lid, so it must have already been dead.
Exactly. You've experienced it, haven't you?
What on earth are you talking about?
Think back. Remember round 2 of the AB game? When you chose Betray, what was my vote?
Ally.
But what happened this time?
I chose Ally and you chose Betray.
Right. And both times, I put in my vote a full minute before the deadline. When did you push the button?
Right before the deadline.
I see. Well, that makes this a little easier to explain. If you chose Betray, then my vote was Ally. If you chose Ally, then my vote was Betray. But I made my choices a whole minute before you made yours. Don't you think that's strange? You do see what I'm saying, don't you?
That my choice in the future altered your action in the past.
Yeah. From your perspective, there's no other way to interpret it. Look at this die. I found it over there. Let me give you one last example.
As she spoke, the bombs exploded and we all died. No. As she spoke, she tossed the die into the box and quickly shut the lid.
All right. Answer this question. What number is the die on?
1, maybe?
Okay. I'm going to open the lid. Good job.
Hey!
You got it right.
That was just a fluke.
Was it?
Huh?
Let's think about what was going on before I opened the lid. What number was the die on?
1, of course.
Haven't you been paying attention? The die is still a collection of atoms, isn't it? I don't think you can reasonably suggest that it was made of some different kind of matter.
Wait, so you're saying that before you opened the lid, the die was on all the numbers?
Uh-huh. That's one way to look at it, at least.
And then when you opened the lid, it was just one number.
Or it might have become that number when you declared which one it was.
Huh? Wait, what do you mean?
Your choice in the future has an effect on the past.
That's crazy.
Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. We got a little off topic there, but I think I made my point. Reality separates off into an infinite number of branches for each and every possibility. You and I seem to be able to jump from branch to branch. Of course, our bodies aren't doing the jumping. Our consciousnesses just sort of dive into other versions of ourselves in other worlds.
Whoa. I think I get it now. That's how you knew my name, right? You jumped in from another world. That's how you knew all those other things you shouldn't have known.
Yeah, that's the best I can figure out, at least. Unfortunately, it seems like we don't retain all our memories when we jump. Maybe we only remember particularly important things. I'm not sure how it works. But whatever the reason, it seems to be fairly limited. And often, we don't seem to remember jumping at all. Things will just sort of pop up.
That's why when someone asks us how we know X, all we can think of to say is, I just knew. Glad Sigma gets it. I feel like Phi would have had trouble finding more science props in this one room.
Yeah.
What's causing this then? I don't remember ever doing this before, so why would it start now?
If we knew that, I don't think we'd be having so much trouble.
If it's anything like 999, where they were doing experiments on telepathy, they had to have the element of danger and lots of choices. So it's probably like that.
It's just
what?
Well, I'm pretty sure it has to do with why we're locked up in here. There's no way this doesn't have something to do with whatever Zero Senior's trying to do. Why would he have left that Schrodinger's cat book in the crew quarters?
You aren't kidding, are you? Maybe this is some sort of huge Schrodinger's cat experiment, and all 9 of us are locked up inside the box right now.
What if you've got it backwards?
Backwards?
We're outside of the box, and the rest of the world is inside.
Then the moment we step out of this place...
Yeah, we might be determining the history of the world outside.
Ooh! No way! Getting heady up in here. I had 1,000 other questions, but before I could open my mouth to ask them... Here comes
Oh, good.
people.
There you are.
Did something happen?
Yes, we found it.
Found
What
what?
do you mean, what? What else could we find? The bomb!
The number 2 bomb.
The other antimatter bomb. The number 2 bomb is in the control room.
And we were in there, and it was not there. Is this it?
Yeah.
This is one of them, all right.
And it's number 2, apparently. Well, at least we found them all now.
No. There could be more. Like Kay said, there might be a number 4 bomb out there. We have no way to know.
Did you tell anyone else about this, Clover?
Well, not really. But, I wasn't the first person to find it.
Who was?
Kay and Luna. After they found it, they came to the infirmary and told the rest of us.
Who was in the infirmary?
Everyone. Tenmyoji and Dio were there. So were Alice and Quark, of course, although they were still asleep.
So everyone who wasn't asleep knows about the bomb. I see.
Yeah.
There's nobody else here, though. Where'd they all go?
Right after we came here to look at the bomb, they all left. They were going to go look for you two.
What about Alice and Quark?
They're the same. Still sleeping. We checked them out just to be sure, but they seemed fine.
That's good. Phi and I looked at one another and let out a small sigh of relief.
Oh, right. I checked everybody's bracelets when we were in the infirmary. Did you want to know what they were?
It took her only a moment to explain. Alice was a green solo, and Quark was blue solo. Dio's bracelet made him a yellow pair, which I think is with K. And Tenmyoji was a cyan pair. So what are our options for groups?
The next set of doors to open are going to be the white doors. That means we'll have to mix our colors so that we get white.
Phi laid out what that would mean. Option A, Phi and Tenmyoji cyan would pair with me, red. K and Dio yellow would pair with Quark, blue. Clover and Luna magenta would pair with Alice, green.
Huh? There's only one option?
Yeah. Any other combinations don't make white.
What about Alice and Quark? Luna said it's going to be a while until they wake
We'll
up.
just have to carry them. The secondary doors won't open without 3 bracelets. And if we can't open them...
Yeah, we'll get penalized.
Exactly.
Don't worry about Alice.
I love how they're saying penalized instead of killed.
I'm on her team.
Are you saying you can carry her?
Yeah. Well, I can get Luna to help me.
True. I'm sure she'd be happy to help.
What about Quark?
He's on Kay's team. There shouldn't be any issues there.
Kay's big dude. He can carry him. Well, we still need to figure out what we're going to do about this bomb. Alice said we should be safe as long as it's not triggered with the remote.
Maybe, but we can't just leave them here forever. I mean, if they go off, then everything in like a couple 100 kilometers is gonna get fried.
Wait, a couple 100 kilometers? What are you talking about? That bomb should only have about as much explosive power as a ton of TNT. Which is nothing to sniff at, but that's nowhere near the kind of yield you're talking about.
It could be. What if these bombs are just like the detonator?
Oh. There's a huge antimatter generator right there. You mean there might be a bunch more anti-hydrogen around here somewhere? Yep, right over there.
The reactor.
Yeah, there are supposed to only be 18 antimatter reactors in the whole world. If that's one of them, then there's a lot of anti-hydrogen.
How much is a lot?
3.5 kilograms.
3.5? That's like 10,000 times more than Alice's 350 milligrams.
But there really is that much. And if it does explode...
Then we would be looking at an explosion roughly 10,000 times more powerful than the bomb dropped on Hiroshima.
So we're all dead. That's insane.
Wait, Clover, how did you know that?
Know what?
That stuff about antimatter reactors.
Well, that's, during my training, they...
Training for what?
My job?
Of course. I didn't realize waiters these days really needed to memorize how many operational antimatter reactors there were worldwide, or how much fuel each one of those reactors might be storing. You don't work at a cafe, do you?
Did you hear about that from Alice?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, she's right then.
And why are you using antimatter reactors at a cafe?
That's, what we call the coffee machines.
What? Are you fucking with me?
I'm telling you the truth.
No, she's
I work
lying.
at a cafe. It just might, be a kind of fake job to divert attention. I think they call it a cover.
Then what's your real job?
I'm sorry. I really can't tell you anything else.
She's a spy too.
Why not?
It's classified.
Classified by who?
The government?
The government?
That's right. Alice said it was her job to eliminate enemies of the state or something. So you two do work together.
Oh no! Check your bracelets. How much time do we have left?
What are you talking about?
How long until the doors open? Come on, quickly!
Damn. We were supposed to have met up 5 minutes ago.
I'm heading back then. Remember, we're supposed to meet at the infirmary. You guys hurry back, okay? Bye!
Hey! You haven't... Damn it. And she's gone. She can access the morphogenetic field, though, which would be pretty valuable. She was in the previous game. She's right, we need to
Hold
get
on.
going.
I need to check something really quick.
What? Oh, I guess I get to find out.
Oh, there you are. You're late. What were you doing?
Nothing.
When we arrived, everyone else was already back. Quark and Alice hadn't left, of course. They were both sleeping soundly, any traces of the madness we had seen earlier long gone.
Clover told us. You've seen the bomb in the control room.
Yeah, with our own eyes.
So what the hell should we do? That makes 3 bombs.
Well, we have to do something.
This was 999, we'd know what they'd think.
They're bombs, for God's sake.
There's a quick and simple solution.
Really?
Remember what Alice said?
There should be an emergency deactivation password. If you enter that password, the device should, deactivate. You see it? Right here. There's a port. If we can find the password input device, we just connect it here. Then we can enter the password.
So, if we have the password, we can deactivate them?
Whoa, hold on a second. That's great and all, but we need that password input device she was talking about.
I think we got one.
Without that, we're still boned even if we did have the password.
Not a problem. We've resolved that issue.
Huh?
Show them.
That means it's pill time. I nodded and pulled it out of my pocket. 1 second.
That was in the safe in the control room.
Exactly. We didn't have any idea what it was at first, but Fi figured it out. After Clover left, we tested it.
Turned out I was right. It fit perfectly.
Couldn't get it to do anything, though. We plugged in a couple of random characters, but all we got was an error.
Still, I'm sure this is the thing Alice was talking about. We just didn't have the right password.
But why was it in the control room?
Do you think Zero Senior put it here for us?
That would suggest it was also Zero Senior who set up the bombs.
Doesn't that seem odd, though? Zero Senior wants us to play the nonary game, right? So why would he set bombs?
Maybe he wants to blow this whole place up if someone commits some crazy violation of the rules?
That doesn't make sense. Our bracelets already have poison in them. If someone breaks a rule, all he has to do is activate their bracelet.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, whatever the case is, there's one thing we can be sure of. The person who set these bombs is one of us. Whether or not that person is also Zero Senior isn't particularly relevant at the moment. But what is relevant is that they know the deactivation password. If we can figure out who that person is and question them.
We can get the password and turn the bombs off.
Exactly. That would be my quick and easy method. So fess up. Which one of you set the bombs? Not that I expect you to do that. So, we're going to be checking everyone.
Checking us?
Yes. Once they're set, the bombs are controlled by a remote. It stands to reason that whoever set them has that remote.
So you're gonna search us for it?
Yes. But no buts. If you refuse, that implicates you. Do what I say and you'll be fine, assuming you are actually innocent. Understand? No reason to wait. Let's get started. Anyone want to volunteer to go first? All right. Let's see.
Wait.
Huh?
You only need to search one person.
What? Why?
Because I figured out who did it. I know who did it. The words were out of my mouth before I'd even realized I was saying them.
How can you... There's no way.
Yeah. I met Fi's gaze and nodded, and then turned away. I know who set the bombs. That person is to be continued, I'm sure. That person. You did it. The room was suddenly silent. To be continued. Yep. Called that. Alright, well, we're gonna go ahead and save. And that is something that we're gonna have to figure out through another playthrough. Who set the bombs. I'm sure we figured that out somewhere else. And regardless, we actually don't have the password either, so that's probably another to be continued on that path. So we ended up accidentally picking a path that had a lot of locks that need to be unlocked, I think. So we'll go down a different path next time. I'm going to wrap it up today, and I'll be back again next Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, same place. And I'll be playing Magic on Saturday afternoon if you're interested in that. So until then, have a good night, everybody.